We are talking about our first time, where we did it, what happened. We did not tell anyone this. I'm looking down and I'm like, and she doesn't know what happened yet. She's like, what? Things are not supposed to be in certain places, otherwise you have kids. We freak out, right?
We're still in high school, guys. And I was just panicking, so I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what do we do, what do we do? What is good, Marble Squad? And welcome back to our channel. If you guys are new, make sure you go and hit that subscribe button and join the Marble family because you don't want to miss out on any single one of our videos.
All I have to say is enjoy this video because we're going to take you on a roller coaster through the past.
Yes. You guys on our last video said you guys really want a story time on our first time, which we're going to give it to you guys. And if you guys enjoy story times, we have a lot of stories in our past of different things that happened. So if you guys want to hear more story time videos from us, let us know down below.
Comment down below so we can know what you want to see. But this was a highly requested video, and do I know what's funny? We totally forgot about this time in our life, even though it was so crazy. If you guys do not know what we're talking about, we are talking about our first time, where we did it, what happened, and it was kind of a pregnancy scare.
Yeah, the reason why we are doing this, because our last video, we talked about how we did have one pregnancy scare in our life. Well,
before the last one.
But there was like, this was
one
the major one. Yeah.
Up until the last couple videos of our, pregnancy scare, this was the main, and it was our first time. I was a noob. I didn't know what I was doing, and we're gonna get into that right now.
It's juicy. We were in high school. We're gonna get right into it.
Make sure to comment down letter by letter to get a notification shout out in our next video. First time.
Okay.
First time, letter by letter, and one of you guys are going to be the shout out in our next video. But without further ado, let's get into our first time. Do you want to start it or do you want me to? Because this is 4 years ago.
This is 4 years ago, yeah. So I'll kind of get it started a little bit. We were in high school. I think I was a senior. You were a junior in high school.
I was dating older women, guys. Come on.
Yeah, I'm a cougar. But guys, I was a junior in high school. He was a senior in high school, and we were working at Mariano's. If you guys don't know that, we worked at a grocery store called Mariano's.
That's where we met.
In Illinois.
We already did a how we met video.
But if you guys are the new subscribers and didn't know that, I was a cashier, he was a bagger, and we fell in love. And
she couldn't resist.
You couldn't resist
all of this.
And he had a crush on my twin sister in the beginning. He was gonna actually date her, and my twin was gonna date him.
If you want to go watch more of that, we have a how we met type of video. But basically, she has a twin sister, and we liked each other at first. Didn't work out. She couldn't resist me. Like I said, I got all the girls. Come on.
I got all the boys.
I got to choose which twin I got. I got the better twin, by the way. But we're not gonna get into that.
Hey, you're lucky I chose you. There was many other guys that I could have chosen.
Okay, back up. No,
you back up.
There's a lot of other guys you could have chose.
You back up.
But not a lot of hot guys. You could have, yeah, exactly. Okay, exactly. So we met. We at Mariano's. We, we're getting into our relationship. We just started dating.
I think it was like 2 weeks into a relationship. I know it's like kind of bad, but you know what? Stuff happens. I'm gonna be real and honest with you guys.
That's what this video is about. That's why you guys are here. You want to hear some tea about us, and we're gonna give it to you. So
basically,
we kissed before this, though.
Yeah, we kissed a lot.
We kissed. We made out. Like all the works up here.
This kiss make out.
That's it, because we didn't, get into the main source of entertainment back then.
And to give a little background, Bill's family, when we first started dating, this was back when he was a junior, so obviously there's different rules.
Now we're getting into where it happened, where we did it for the first time.
Why we did it, where we did it. So basically, Bill's parents were really high on keeping the door opened
while we were
together because they didn't want anything going down. And we've tried locking the door and doing that, but it just never could work out, and I was just not comfortable doing that because I just don't like disrespecting
I had
parents.
A security guard sister. She would, if we shut that door for 2 seconds, she'd be banging on the door.
Open up this door.
What are you doing? What's going on? I mean, I'd be the same way with my children.
Yeah, I get it. She was just looking out for you. But then at my house, we were just starting to date. My dad didn't really care if I was in my room, but at the same time, we were just
It was awkward because I didn't know him, and we were scared.
I just felt like it wasn't right to go upstairs in our bedroom. So
when we were ready, we decided there was no point of going to each other's houses. We have to do it somewhere outside the house.
So it was one day after one of our shifts. I think it was maybe after your shift, and I came and picked you up. I don't really remember. Yeah, but I remember one of us was working, and I came to pick you up. And there's a spot by his house that
the baseball field
nobody goes to, and so we were like, why not? Let's just do it in the car.
Mom, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Please click out of this video. You do not need to watch this.
I don't think she's even clicking into this video.
Probably not. But
any
if
of our
she's
other
curious,
family members,
yes.
you know, if you don't want to listen to how this all went down.
So we got up to the part where we're in a car, right? So it was in a car. I remember vaguely we were right next to a green
garbage can.
No, not a garbage can. A freight container, like a.
Isn't that the garbage?
No, it's a like a holding container for all the baseball equipment and stuff. So it was a big storage container that blocked like our view, and this was like pitch black at night, so we pulled in right next to it.
And there was nobody in the parking lot. Like, this parking lot was perfect, but I will say I'm surprised because there's a lot of cops that come by over there.
There's a lot of cops that sit in that parking lot, but they weren't there that day. Thankfully.
Oh my god, thankfully.
Because your boys scored.
Because usually when you get caught, they like call your parents and they're like, they tell them everything.
That'd be so awkward.
Yeah, and then your mom probably would have hated. Oh god, that would have.
So this is not even like, it gets into juicy because we have a pregnancy scare, so we have to get to that part of the story. But we do have a Khaled playlist. If you don't know who Khaled is, I don't know who you are, you're doing it wrong.
Back in the day when Khaled was, I think Khaled still is like a high end.
But back when his like
music was popping,
like rolling, coasting,
or like when I was 18, or with the better song.
Oh, better now.
No. But it was, they were just really like, you know, vibey songs that you would just listen to during a time like that.
We made a playlist.
We did make a playlist
for this moment, guys. We made a playlist,
and we were like,
for all the dirty.
Let's just plug it in and let's just listen. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys have ever listened to music while you're doing that stuff, but it's vibey. I like it. Yeah,
rolling, coasting. Anyways, besides that, I know it's a little TMI, guys.
Obviously, we turn on the music. You know, we start kissing.
But here,
loving.
We're not in the front seat at this point.
No, we're in the back seat.
I think I hopped out of the car. I think Mariah just hopped over the seat, but we were both in the back seat. Like I said, we haven't even dated for like a month. No, it was like 2 weeks.
We just couldn't resist.
2 weeks.
We didn't know we were in love, but like we really were in love, and I just knew you were the guy that I was gonna be with for a very long time, so that's why I gave myself to you like that.
Yeah.
It shows. I freaking did it in a car, okay?
Make sure you guys are finding the right one, the one that you don't.
Yes.
That you know that you just, it feels right.
Don't give yourself to anybody.
Don't jump into the ocean.
No,
for
don't.
No reason.
You gotta know if this person's in it for you and not that.
Like, you don't have to rush it.
No,
you know? But if you find someone and it just feels right.
I was just ready. I wanted all of you. I wanted you, and we just couldn't do it anywhere else. So we decided to do it in the car, which means, you know what that means?
What?
I really loved you. If I really wanted the vaccine,
exactly.
You know?
Okay, so if you watched our pregnancy scare videos, the ones that we just posted like 3 videos ago, we are safe when we do things, right? When when the coaster is rolling and things are. We
do a lot of things that are for our protection.
Yeah. That's why
we're very cautious on what we do.
When people say, you know, use protection, literally like we do, you know, and some people don't. We know people that don't. Some people don't, but we do, and we do all the time.
Comfortable with, but we just aren't ready to have kids, so we don't want to try everything in our power to wait until we're ready.
But things can happen if this protection fails.
And
so it did.
It did. So as you know, we're doing it.
Stuff's happening.
I
don't know how to explain this. I don't want to be really TMI, but right when things are kind of finishing up a little bit, right when we're about to be done, things break and things snap and things burst. Think about this. Don't say that. Think of a water balloon, okay? Yeah. And say you're pulling a water balloon like out of a bucket, right? And right before it gets out of the bucket, you accidentally like poke it with a piece of grass or something, and it bursts.
It bursts. It pops.
That's what happened to this.
Say bursts.
Bursts.
Ugh.
It bursts all over.
Pops.
All over.
Ew.
So things happen. It burst, and if you don't know what we're talking about, you will learn about it eventually, I'm sure. But
try to keep it a little PG.
God, I don't know. It's so hard to keep this PG. So we freak out, right? Things are not supposed to be in certain places, otherwise you have kids.
Yeah.
That happens, you know, as a result of this bursting.
So we were very scared. I was on birth control at the time, so, you know, I wasn't as scared as I would have been if I was off it. So I did have, you know, that
she had some protection.
Extra protection.
We're double protected.
Yeah, we really were, but the double protection, we only had one protection
sometimes
at the time.
It just doesn't, sometimes it doesn't work,
so obviously this is my first experience having that happen, and it was our first time, which was super
Isn't that crazy?
awkward.
It's our first time. So I'm looking down, and I'm like, and she doesn't know what happened yet. She's like, what? what happened?
Yeah, and
I'm
I
like,
look down and I'm
it
like,
broke. And she's like, so
I start freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, thank God first of all, thank God I'm on birth control. What do we do? Like, what if birth control isn't effective? What if I get pregnant? We're still in high school, guys.
It's supposed to be 99% protective,
Yeah.
but that 1% can happen.
We're
People
still in
get
high
pregnant.
school, hence that. We're not even making any money in our bank accounts.
There was
to
not.
where
We were
can
making
handle a kid.
like $150 a week working at a grocery store.
We were just not in that.
You
we
can't
were just
raise a kid
not.
on that income.
No,
So-
I just could not do that, and I was just panicking because I'm like, oh my God, what do we do?
And then
So-
we thought there's one final thing you can do before you have a kid. And you have to do it as soon as you can once things go wrong. And that is called Plan B. Plan B is just like the name calls it. It's the Plan B. If
Something
Plan
goes
A
wrong.
fails, honestly, this is Plan C for us because you got birth control and we had protection.
Yeah, so it was Plan C.
So Plan B, we go to Walgreens because they sell it there. And I remember we were freaking out. It's like a pill that you take and it just makes sure everything clears out and nothing happens so you don't get pregnant.
Yes.
It's not like you're killing a baby or anything bad,
No.
guys. Like this Plan B basically just makes your body not able to get pregnant.
But I'm gonna give one reason. You can get the second reason why we didn't get it. So the first reason was we were reading the back of it, and it said you should not take with birth control if you're taking birth control because something could correlate bad. I don't really remember what it fully said.
It could just have a bad, a negative
reaction.
effect. Yeah.
I could get nauseous. I could, bad stuff happens. So I just didn't take that risk. So I was like, I don't know. Do we get it? I mean, whatever.
And then I looked at the price, and I'm a cheap guy. Okay, when I say I'm cheap, like I don't like spending
at
money.
the time, we didn't have money to spend.
And we
so-
didn't have money, but I just don't like spending money still to
Yeah.
this day. But I saw it, it's $50 for one pill, right?
At the time, it was just very
So,
expensive.
I was like, we don't really need this. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
everything's
we don't really
fine. You
need
got birth
it.
control. And then I used the thing on the back where it said like, you don't want to take it with birth control. I was like, you don't even want to take it with birth control. So maybe it's just a sign not to get it. But for me, I was like,
In his head, like, oh, I don't want to pay $50.
I took the chance. Risk spending $50 and no baby, or risk having a baby but having $50. I don't know. In the long run, honestly, I should have
Guys,
maybe thought of spending the money, but
do you realize how awkward this is? That this happened the first time. Like, I was so scared Bill got, trying to attract me, which it's not my fault, but like, just all of that went down. I was like, oh my God, this wasn't romantic enough. I was panicking.
Like, when you think of your first time, you want everything to go right. You're
Perfect.
stressing about it. You want everything to go perfect.
But you want to
and
know something?
what?
Even though it wasn't perfect, it was perfect to me.
It was good.
Like, it was perfect to me because we have a memory that we'll always remember. Like, our first time, we'll always remember our first time. Like, that's the thing. Like that, something bad may have happened, but we'll always remember it.
No, that's literally 100% true when you say that, because we will always like have that, like that scare that traumatized us for a little bit.
Oh, I
We
didn't get
know,
my period, guys, until like 2 weeks later. So I was stressed for a good 2 weeks. We were panicking.
Sometimes
we were worried.
when you do it delays your period.
Yeah, it
so
does. But I wasn't supposed to get my period for a little bit, but still.
Oh my God, my heart was
scary.
racing.
It
My
was
heart,
very scary.
For the next week after, we were freaking out, but right when she got her period, like 2 weeks later, we threw a party. I don't know what we did, but we were like, we're not gonna be okay. But let me say, if you are in high school and you have a kid, like, good for you. Like, we would obviously love our kid no matter what. It's just like we said with our recent pregnancy scare, we're not ready. We're not ready. We're not.
And I don't think anybody is ready at age 16. I think it just happens, and you kind of gotta mature and be the best parent you can.
Shout out to the people that get
yeah.
through that and actually raise a kid at that age.
I give you a lot of credits. That's
they're
hard.
way more mature than we are when it comes to raising children.
Sure.
Like, I have no idea what to. I'd be like, I don't know, what kind of car seat do we get? What kind of stroller?
Literally. Anyways, everything ended up going good, but that was basically our first time story. It was probably the craziest story we've ever. I don't even think your mom or anybody knows this story.
No, we did not tell anyone this. Everything
besides your sister.
It's so funny though, because everything was going so perfect, and then it literally just went like this, and everything was just terrible from then on.
We were stressed for a whole 2 weeks.
Oh my God. But hey, it was worth it in the long run.
It's definitely something that I'll always remember forever, and it's perfectly imperfect.
Trying to explain this without like actually explaining it.
Like, I wish we could go into depth. But obviously, we're trying to.
We don't need that. Anyone do that. Anyway, we gotta laugh.
Friendly.
We gotta laugh.
We
about
gotta
it
laugh.
and just explain it, because I'm sure everyone gets it that gets it. You know what I mean? That's all we need. That's all we wanted you to do. We just wanted to run the story about you because we totally forgot up until our past videos, and I was like, we should do a story time on that. That'd be crazy.
And the reason why we did it in the car, like we did the story time in the car, is because our first time was in the car. So it made perfect sense.
We had to go back to our roots.
Yeah. Obviously it wasn't done in this car.
No, not this car. It was in your old car
Altima,
back in the day.
Yeah.
Your sister drives it.
Yeah, she's
it's actually her sister's car. Her twin sister.
So she's driving the SEX car.
She's driving the Bangmobile.
The Bangmobile, yeah, 100%. But guys, I hope you enjoyed today's story time.
Thank you so much for watching.
If you guys want us to do more story times, we have a lot of things that we could talk about. Like, you know, I don't even know. We'll have to think. But if you guys like the story time, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Tell us if you laughed, because this was definitely a laughable story time.
There's always life experiences that you just forget about, but like they're so funny to tell. And I feel like this was one of our like big story times that we've done. We haven't really done a lot of story times.
No, we really haven't.
Yeah.
And I feel like I want to do more. This was really fun. But I do want to give our end of the video post-vacation shout out. And the reason I want to give this person a shout out was because their comment said, I raised my little sister alone. I was 11 and now I'm 18.
Oh my gosh.
This girl, Giovanna Stewart. So shout out to you, Giovanna.
Giovanna, shout out to you.
Mature and grow up at age 11. So it kind of, we were just talking about people who are 16 and have to raise
like she didn't have a baby, but she basically like her little sister was her baby.
Yeah.
Like it's basically her baby.
So
that's
shout
insane.
out to you, you know, for being such a good sister and taking her in under your wings. You know,
and
that's
thank you for
awesome.
watching our videos and like sharing your story with us.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Any of you guys want to like share stories or anything, like comment down below. We always go through our comments and we really try to like
a lot of them.
We try to like a lot of them. We try to read a bunch of them. Like even though we don't like all the comments, we're still reading a lot of them and just like loving all the support. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope we made you laugh and I hope we also made you cringe.
It definitely made me cringe and laugh at the same time.
Nothing ever goes the way you want it.
Nope.
Once you want something like
and
to go perfect.
Know, you know, if something doesn't go right,
just
it's
expect
okay.
It to. It's not gonna.
Life. Things happen. Things might not go the way that's planned, but that's what makes it all memorable.
Shoot, we could have had a baby out of that.
Dude,
it could have went way south. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys
in the next video. But until then,
peace. Love you guys.